Donnie, can you hear us?
There's always one time. There's always someone who just talked right in the beginning of the show. Welcome everybody to another Dad Hat Chronicle Sports Show. My name is Ed, also known as the Dad Hat. With me, I'm back, guys. I am back. Donnie, I still hate you. Don't you worry. I am back from my short little vacay. Did not turn out to be as good as I thought it was gonna be. Wah, wah.
Yeah, I think the NHL bailed you out too. They let you win one last night.
100%.
They're like, we need this to go another game at least.
A gentleman's sweep, right? Yeah. So we're gonna give them the gentleman's sweep. So, anyways, guys, welcome everybody to the Dad Hat Chronicle Sports Show. Let's go around and just show our hats. What hats are we wearing tonight, and also what are we drinking? So. Let's go ahead and get started. Mr. Prospector, my friend, Patrick, what are you wearing? What are we drinking?
Good evening, gentlemen, and good evening to the chat. We got Holsinger in here and Phil and
what up, guys?
Joining us. What's up, guys? Tonight I am drinking, in my red solo cup, a little bit of Dr. Thunder because that's what we do around here.
Dr. Thunder, I haven't heard that one in a while.
Listen, when the 2 liters $1, you get it, okay?
Absolutely. I'm not judging.
Yeah.
No judgment.
Yeah. So, and then I also have some water. And then tonight I am wearing the Buffalo Bison's ode to the Buffalo Sabres in the old Sabres colors that was used last year.
Last
nice. Season.
That's a nice one.
And so they did this in the blue and gold, but then they switched it to the black and red for the ode to not only the old Buffalo Sabres colors, but also a logo and color scheme they brought back. So,
which Buffalo Bison's logo do you like better? The Sabres. I'm sorry, Buffalo Sabres.
I like the black and red personally.
The one with the saber on it with the actual big head logo. Yes, same one. Yeah, I like that one so much better.
I like a lot of times the ode to the throwbacks of like the sweaters from the 90s.
Yeah.
Like I miss a lot of those logos. Like I know a lot of Buffalo fans probably like the royal blue and gold or the navy and gold when it was like that.
It does nothing for
not
me.
Not the temporary one after the black and red that everyone hated, but the classic one that they had kind of on either side of their history. But I like the black and red, I think, and I love that they brought it back as at least an option for the team. And I love that the Buffalo Bisons pay ode to their hockey nights with this type of hat. So
I love it.
That's what I got tonight.
I love it. Mr. Producer, what beautiful head are you wearing?
I have before, Holsinger. I have before.
Tonight's hat is the Dub C Seal Slingers, which is relevant for what we're doing later tonight.
That's what I'm talking about.
And then I am just drinking water.
Wuss. Anywho, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I did. That's just crazy. Hey, Mr. Mayor, what are you wearing tonight?
I went with one of the Sandlot hats. You've been talking a lot about Sandlot, and I got this one laying over here, the clowns.
Ah, man, that's such a cool logo.
That fits you perfectly.
Exactly. As far as Eric's concerned, I'm a big clown. So
I love that logo, though. I mean, that hat is so comfortable, too, with the leather strap.
Oh, yeah. This is very nice.
So Donnie, Ed spending your money, too?
He did.
Yeah, I can.
Especially when he started talking about the Sandlot and the Negro League logos they had. I got this one. I got the Cleveland Buckeyes. I got...
Did you get the Cleveland Buckeyes, the wool one?
I think I did on that one.
Because they're supposed to have it on that version that you have.
Was it wool or duck canvas?
Duck canvas. There's two of them. There's the duck canvas, and then there's the wool.
I don't remember where I put these at.
I don't know Yeah, I don't know a lot other than learning from your podcast and you spending my money.
You're welcome. It's what I'm here for.
Yeah,
I'll have to go look and see. I
It's
think
all right.
I did
It's
that
wool.
one.
It's wool. I can guarantee you it's wool.
when you get so many hats, it's hard to find them all the time, isn't it, Donnie?
Well, I thought I had all of those kind of stacked together, but I think
So do I.
Donnie,
I have them
relate.
stashed under my
relate.
desk.
Oh, wait.
And I'm just
my desk.
drinking water tonight.
All right, Mr. Influencer. We know that you are at a football game, so go ahead.
Yeah, I'm not at a football game, but got the Memphis Redbirds. Patrick, is this like their Copa? What's the special?
Yeah, it's the Musica.
Good job, buddy.
I really like the colors on it. I didn't get to see a game, but did stop at their ballpark last year, so I got this hat and water.
Well, you're driving, so I'll give you that.
Yeah.
All right. I am wearing, this one is one of their Sandlot hats from Official League.
Oh, that's so good.
That's you got this. I got this one when I was with you.
I know.
At the Sandlot Revival.
Trust me, I know. I was admiring it. I was admiring it when you bought it.
And then
shortly after you bought it.
Well, this was the very last one, Donnie. So I couldn't even get another one because it was the very last one, and everybody was like, "Dude, that was one of the most coveted hats in that place." So
he bought the last one, so no one else could get one.
You got that right. Listen, me and Official League, we're like this, you know. Mm-hmm. I did end up getting another hat from Sandlot. They're the South Austin Parakeets. Which is a corduroy green one with the yellow pipe right here. So that's coming. But I'm drinking water, but I'm also drinking out of this absolutely gorgeous Pepsi Cola cup. Some cherry Pepsi, baby.
Okay, well, that's passable. That's passable.
Wait, did you steal that from Pizza Inn?
I wish I did. But I actually got it from the actual Pepsi Museum.
Oh, okay.
Lynn, what is the Orange Sandlot team? This is the give me a second and I'll get the name for you because I forgot already, but I'll get you the name. It is the Sandlot team. And I'm looking for it right now.
Summer break starts Friday. Yeah. Bill, you and a lot of others this week are starting, I think.
My daughter doesn't start till the 13th.
The what?
My daughter doesn't start till the 13th, her vacation.
Really? Really?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Go figure, right?
Yeah. Well, Mrs. Influencer's already out, right, Eric? And then I know around here teachers have.
He said she couldn't go another 2 weeks.
I couldn't either.
Yeah. Well, I know that teachers are up where I am have like one more day of planning tomorrow, and then they're done. And my sister's the same way. Ooh.
Lynn, this is the East Austin Ramblers.
I'm with you, Phil.
I fixed myself a pan pizza after I finished reading a book.
Man, I need those book it points.
Hey. So, all right, boys and girls. Catch me up. What did I miss last week? Talk to me.
Not all at once.
Not everybody at once. Not everybody at
once. Go ahead,
Patrick.
Roll it out.
Oh man, I'm trying to remember if I can remember back that far.
Okay.
Well, the main thing is that we had the finals. You know, we had the finals of the food identities expertly put on by Mr. Virgil Brooks. And I don't know. I think the man that put it together should tell us who the Final Four was and the winner.
So the Final Four came down between the Fresno Tacos, Biloxi King Cakes, which was a controversial entry apparently.
Very controversial.
You're both wrong.
It was a controversial advancement. But go ahead.
It's your fault it happened, Donnie.
Yeah.
Okay.
You couldn't keep you had to keep your temper. That's all we asked. The South Wake Shakes and the Rancho Cucamonga Barbecue. And out of those four, it was down between the Tacos and the South Wake Shakes. And the South Wake Shakes are your DHC food tournament champion.
Is that so?
That is so.
Yeah, well, Ed, you were here for it, so.
And then also the Hurricanes got killed by the Panthers.
Yes.
And then they got killed by the Panthers again. and then they got killed by the
But Ed, didn't you go to game 1 on Tuesday?
Tuesday, I did.
When they got absolutely slaughtered.
Thank you for reminding me.
Oh, you're welcome.
Again,
you're welcome.
That
so
was
nice
the
of
beginning
you.
of the slaughter.
You what?
That was the beginning of the slaughter.
It's been so bad.
When they when the hurricanes got hunted, they got made a tropical depression.
I'm with you, Ed. I don't understand how they just
depressed
went
watching
so
that.
bad so fast.
I don't get it either, dude. I
Well done, Virgil.
Thank you.
Sorry, Virgil. We cut you off. What was that?
When he said tropical depression, I said I was definitely depressed watching that.
You know who else was depressed? I was.
Yeah, could you imagine we spent money to go to that? Man, that would suck.
That would suck. Think about getting
assholes.
no wonder it was a good deal.
Y'all are so hilarious.
Well, yeah, Holstinger just said what you guys were saying earlier. Gary Bettman.
Initial told the Panthers they had to
That's
let
Mike
it go.
Burrell.
They needed to make it a little bit more.
Michael
you know,
sorry, Michael.
They needed to make it more. You know.
Yeah.
That lasts a little bit longer because then they're like, nah, we're good. You know, and then it's.
Did they think they were playing the Capitals or what?
I mean,
yeah, I'm sure those ratings boost for that game 5 is really going to help them.
Well, so let me ask you this, Ed. How do you feel about pulling your goalie with 2 or 3 minutes to go? To me, that seems way too early to give it
100%.
Because it was still a 1-0 game.
Yeah, it was, and then
all of a sudden it's 2-0, 3-0. It's like you gave up 2 easy little.
You gave up easy scores right there. That's the problem. You gave up too many easy ones.
I mean, I can see if you get into the last minute. Hey, Easton.
Well, also, and I got to hand it to Brendan Moore because he goes and called out some of his players.
Yeah.
Like during the press conference, it's like some of us decided not to show up. I was like, oh, damn.
Well, I'm telling you, Archer Zerbe needs to be better in goal.
You know. Anyways. By the way, Cleveland got killed today by the Dodgers 9-5. Again. So.
Must feel bad to have a team that lost to a team that got swept by the Angels.
Dude, don't get me started.
Yeah. I root for the Blue Jays. I can't talk.
And beat and won the series against the Detroit Tigers on top of that.
Yeah. If only we had someone like Chris Bubich.
What's up, Joe? You're from the burner account. I can't wait to go to Chicago and then just actually the two of you meet and that, you know.
How can we meet for one?
Don't you have a T-shirt that says Patrick's burner account?
Yeah, Joe showed up in Erie this weekend, so it's kind of cool to see his.
Do we want them to interact with each other? Maybe like a time cop situation where like they'll both disappear if that happens.
What about the like that meme, that Spider-Man meme?
Oh yeah,
yeah. Who says that we're two different people? Who says we're not one? You know.
That's right.
Oh, that's hilarious. All right, Mr. Producer, what you got for us tonight?
Well, we're going to start tonight with a new segment.
Oh.
And as we venture, as you guys may or may not know, I did talk about it on Thursday. The Northwoods League started on Monday.
Hell yeah.
So I am keeping a running count of where our records currently stand at this point. So let's go ahead and give the update for this. So as of right now, there are 2 games going on tonight that are active. So we don't have finals for those yet. But as it stands right now, Patrick and I are tied at 1-0. Ed, you are 0-1.
Oh.
Donnie, you are 1-1. And Eric, you're 0-2. So for those who need to remember our teams, Eric is the Traverse City Pit Spitters. They lost to the Rockford Rivets 1-2 yesterday and then 10-3 today. Donnie's Kalamazoo Growlers, they won. Now, apparently they had some football in this one. Yep. They won 12-10 against the Royal Oak Leprechauns on Monday and then lost 16-13.
God.
To them today. Patrick is the Madison Mallards. They won 6-1 against the Fond du Lac Dock Spiders, and their game is currently going on, which is, I believe it's still 1-1.
No, unfortunately it's 2-1, so I'll probably be 1-1 by the time.
So yeah, Fond du Lac has scored since the last time I looked at it.
Yeah.
And then Ed, I don't know if you realize this, but my Wausau Woodchucks and your Kenosha Kingfish are playing against each other.
Yeah.
And so Kenosha lost 3-0. So that's why Ed's got one loss and I've got one win. And currently, let me see where they're at. They are in the top of the six. And oh my gosh, look at this. The Woodchucks are ahead again.
Shut your face.
I'm just reporting the news, sir.
No, I'm sorry. I apologize. I should have not said it like that. I hate you.
Yeah. He didn't mean it at all. He just can't stand you. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Go. It's I mean, again, it's the beginning of the season. Let's not get ahead of ourselves here. We still got some time. So.
Oh, I've already printed off the championship shirts. I'm sorry.
Mr. Producer, and
yes,
we may have already talked about this, and if we didn't, I'm sorry. Regarding the Kenosha Kingfish, did we ever talk about their identity, the Kenosha Croakers? I couldn't remember if we.
So I don't think we did, because when I did the food tournament, I realized we never talked about the Bombers earlier. 1 minute, please.
Okay, someone's about to die.
Yep, that's a tornado warning. Let's see where that's at. Oh, crap. I'll just wait for the
the tornado to actually hit. That's what you're waiting for.
Yes, exactly. That's exactly what I'm waiting for.
It'll be here. I'll feel some wind and branches going.
Yeah,
flying.
It'll be all right. It'll be all right.
Yeah.
What I was trying to say, I was waiting for the network to come on to see where this one is, because it's kind of clear.
We got cows. Thank you.
Oh, good one. Okay.
Just take the laptop and run to the bathtub. So.
Good
I was
movie.
waiting to do that for the first one, but
do you guys have basements in Alabama?
no, it's a foreign concept. We have outhouses.
Yeah, Oklahoma doesn't have them either.
We don't have them either here.
Really? We do.
Nope.
So if you ever have a tornado, just come to my house.
We'll drive to your house.
Yeah, we're just gonna drive there.
Oh shit, that one is coming in my area. Okay, I probably need to move.
Might want to go in the bathroom.
Yeah. I'm going to move to the bathroom for this. So riveting content here.
This is right. That's what it's. Listen, all for the content, my friend. All for the content.
He just has to go to the restroom.
Is that what we call that now?
Yep.
I'm not going to be sitting on the toilet while doing this. That's very unprofessional.
Oh, come on.
So
like
I think I've got a tornado warning here too. No, I'm kidding.
People sit on the toilet at Lake County, so
literally, and they pay money for that. They literally pay money for that. I know you did, right?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I haven't been there for that.
You haven't?
Nah, I missed going up there to see them.
Okay. Oh my God, you really are.
Have you seen any bathtub donkeys? That's all I want to know.
No, there are no bathtub donkeys.
Flying cows.
Okay.
Make sure to give a courtesy flush every once in a while.
Oh my God, please. All for the content.
I'm not even on the toilet.
I mean, I hope you're going to flush this out throughout the entire show.
Guys, before we continue, I am so sorry. A couple of things to make sure that we announce, okay? This show is sponsored by All Four Baseball Company, guys. Make sure you guys are using code DADHAT, okay? When you use at checkout to get 50% off of your full purchase, all right? Listen, he just released some Sandlot League teams t-shirts. They are absolutely beautiful. You guys got to check them out. So again, code DADHAT and you'll get 15% off of your full purchase.
I do want to just provide just a stock update. They're out of the liberal BJs and extra large. So I just want to make sure that, Yeah. Hopefully they'll restock that.
Extra large BJ?
Extra large BJ, yeah.
Got mine for sure.
Oh, I get.
Yeah. Well,
I'm gonna wear my BJ
I may have to settle for a large, but I'm hoping for an XL. So
I had the large one.
Does it? How is it, Ed?
Yeah, it's glorious.
Okay,
it's a beautiful. Okay. It's great. It's great fit. Great fit.
Just wanted to make sure. Okay.
It's soft. Okay. So it's a great T-shirt. So just want to make sure, besides the other ones, this show is
I,
going off the
I am
rails
currently. I may die here, and you're making toilet jokes. I wouldn't expect any better.
I mean, this is what we do here.
Right.
We're just waiting for the courtesy flush here in a minute.
Apparently, the acoustics are a lot better in this room. I gotta probably
here. I know you should. I mean, I do like this backsplash. It's a really nice backsplash.
Yeah, that's nice background.
Very nice, very quick.
Yeah.
Good job.
Just bathe yourself in this glory, Virgil. Okay.
Oh God. All right. And then also he does have a sticker club, guys, that he does monthly. Is usually $6, but if you use code DHC, you'll get it for $3 instead of $6. That Marion right there, that Hungry Mothers logo is so great. I really love it.
Yeah.
So again,
by the way, Marion Hungry Mothers, please release game hats.
Oh, tell me about it. I'm waiting for an official league or something like that. To that. Although, by the way, official league has been on their game with minor league baseball lately. They're releasing some great hats with them.
If only I knew someone who had a connection, an influencer who had a connection to the Marion Hungry Mothers and can put in a good word for them to release on-field hats. That'd be great. If only there was an above average episode of an above average podcast.
Yeah, it's baseball by design is what it's called.
Oh wow!
Damn, burn. Anyways, moving on. Now that we got that out of the way, Mr. Producer, what else we got?
So this is kind of more of a serious topic for minor league baseball that was passed along. I don't know if you guys saw the Baseball America report about attendance going down for so far in 2025 at a 4.6% drop, and it's been dropping since 2021. Now, we know with a lot of different economical factors going on that maybe this may not be necessarily baseball related, but it is still rather concerning after before COVID that minor league was at almost an all-time high. And now they're just failing to reach those numbers. So I'm just curious what you guys think of possible factors with that. I know a lot of people are not, I say, completely happy with the Tuesday to Sunday week games, which is kind of fair. But I just want to see what you guys' opinion on that is.
I got to ask a question first. Are we looking at? Does this report only look at like minor league baseball, affiliated minor league baseball?
I am assuming this is just affiliated from when I was reading it.
Because
it appears to be from the data that's showing right now that it is affiliated, because I don't know if any of the other stuff had started yet this year.
Because I got this feeling that like collegiate woodbat is doing really well right now. And independent games, I don't know about indie ball, but like for like a collegiate woodbat, I think those leagues are actually doing really well right now. So I don't know, man. The schedule that they have, I don't like the schedule that they're on right now. It's a shit schedule.
Yeah, Donnie, I think you brought this up, that the Tuesday to Sunday schedule can really harm them.
Yeah, nobody goes to Tuesday, Wednesday games. They struggle mightily to get attendance. They don't really even do. I know Fireflies specifically don't do very many promotions on Tuesday, Wednesday either. It's they try to cheap beer and stuff, but who's going to go out there on Tuesday and Wednesday and try to drink a bunch of beer and go to work the next day? It's just normal people. Yeah, your diehards are going to go out there, but your casual fans, they're not going to go out there on Tuesday or Wednesday for a beer, $1 off, or $1 Bud Lights and things like that, or the big one around here is White Claw Wednesday. It's like, who's going out on a Wednesday drinking White Claw? Come on, people.
Of all things, White Claw.
I know some people.
Have you been to the South?
Well, I mean, we're a college town. Problem is, school's out. I mean, once the college kids are gone, April attendance drops on Thursdays anyway, and doesn't pick back up till August. So, in the summer, they're fighting to get people out there on anything other than Friday, Saturday.
And I think another factor is weather. And Eric, I can't speak to Wichita, But like I'm looking at some of the teams that have decreased the most, like Buffalo and Scranton, and there's been a lot of snow and like a lot of cold weather up in that area in areas of the season that maybe it's early, but like Portland comes to mind too, with places that have seen harsher weather than they normally see as the baseball season starts. So I don't know if that's.
There's been a lot of rain throughout the East Coast.
Country. Yeah, and I don't know if that's the reason, because like the ones that have increased in attendance have been teams that have moved, right? So like Hub City is the
that's because of the novelty of it,
right? Well, it's the newness of it, right? I mean, or opening a new stadium.
Yeah.
Well, even with that, yes, Hub City and Columbus Flintstones are the two highest changes, but after them, Knoxville and Chesapeake. Knoxville opened a new stadium. Chesapeake rebranded. They are on the list, but there's two teams above them.
Yeah,
and
Western Michigan.
And I'd like to say Gwinnett's on the list.
Gwinnett is on the list, correct?
I guess when your attendance gets so low, you can go nowhere but up.
Yeah, I was shocked with Gwinnett actually, because you talk about Gwinnett not having really any people there.
I think part of it has to do with the Acuna rehab assignment.
Absolutely could be, yeah.
But I mean, but I'll take it. I'll take it. And I will say this season and the couple of games I've been to, I have seen attendance be more than what it's been in previous seasons, and I'm very heartened by that.
Now, you said this is a Baseball America?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm trying to look for it. I don't see the.
Do you want me to send it to you?
Yeah, so I can pull it. How is what's the how many teams are on the list?
So they have 10 teams that have gained the most attendance, and then 10 teams that have lost.
Okay, well, let's go over the ones that has gained.
Okay,
I want to see that.
I put it in the group chat there.
Okay,
Ed.
Thank you, sir.
I mean, you guys know we've had conversations with some people offline, off the record, about Major League Baseball's involvement, and one of our concerns was the 6-game schedule. And I get the 6-game schedule works great for them. It works great for the players. I've talked to some of the players. It works great for them from a travel standpoint, from a scheduling standpoint for them as well.
Yeah,
it just doesn't work for the fans, and it's apparently don't really care what the fans think, as long as it works for them financially and for the players. And I know, like at the lower levels, development's everything, but I mean, it sucks not having a Monday game unless there's a holiday. Like, Fireflies played yesterday, so they don't have a game tonight. So they have a Monday, not a Tuesday. But that's just a rarity because of the holiday.
I would think if it was for development, you would want to kind of mirror what the major leagues do, because college doesn't do this. Minor league's the only one that has the system like this.
And most of these leagues now are sort of they're so the proximities are regionally so close. I don't see why they couldn't do go up to Fayetteville for 3 games and then over to Kannapolis or back home, and then
I'm with you there.
There's so much they could do, especially in this league that we're in. I mean, I know Maryland and stuff like that's a trip, but then you just scheduled to go up to Delmarva and to places up further, Salem, back to back up there on a road trip that way. I mean, it could be done. It's just they just don't want to do it.
Major League Baseball don't give 2 shits. All right, here we go. So we got with the Rochester Red Wings, Hartford Yard Goats, Salt Lake Bees.
And Salt Lake's surprising considering they got a new stadium.
I was just gonna say that.
Yeah, but is that because it's further out from Salt Lake now than it?
I mean, and then if you take a look at this, like look at the ones that are on this list. These are Cold City teams.
Yeah,
every single one of them.
And Indy has a downtown stadium, so that's
Lake County Captains.
Yeah, that's
right by the lake, right on the lake.
Yep.
The Indianapolis Indians, the Arkansas Travelers, the Fisher Cats, the Scranton Wilkes-Barre Rail Riders, the Buffalo Bisons. Again, they're all cold weather teams right now.
Yeah. And because of the way the schedule is, I mean, literally, this is what maybe a 6. I mean, as of right now, it's we're 8 weeks into the season. So at best, even if you counted the most recent week, you're looking at possibly 4 homestand weeks that this counts. And yeah, I mean, if you're up north, a lot of these have dealt with a lot of weather issues the first probably 3-4 weeks. So it could just be that to some extent.
But I don't know if they have compared it to same time last year or
that's what it's supposed to be.
So they did say this in the article. It said a cooler and wetter spring has likely played a role in some cities, but it also qualifies that by saying the number of lost games so far, which is 154, is right in line with the average of 155 games lost by this point of the season for the 21st century. So they seem to think it's not maybe a factor, but it's not something that's going to skew the numbers.
It's not the factor.
Right.
I mean, just be the factor could be some of these teams are not doing enough.
But what I would say is that some of the one factor I don't think that they're taking into account is that some of the people that are on that list are exactly what you said, Ed. There's some cities that you can usually count on for good attendance. Like, I'm not saying Buffalo's the top, but Buffalo usually has a very good at Salem Field. They usually have a really good attendance. I mean, Buffalo people,
they're the team up there right now, right?
Right.
There's no hockey going on.
Right, exactly. And there's no Bill, the Buffalo Bills aren't playing. So
the Buffalo Bandits just won their indoor lacrosse championship.
True. But normally they're not one that's on the lower end of attendance.
Exactly. No, I agree.
Indianapolis would be another one. Hartford would be another one.
You taking my words right out, like the Yard Goats.
Lake County's gotten people to come back because of the new ownership.
Yeah.
So I think yes, you can say the number of lost games is right in line, but I think you have to look at the kind of teams that are losing attendance, and a lot of those at least are teams that you can usually count on as being pretty dependable for getting attendance out of games.
I agree. So I mean, we gotta wait to see, right? How that's going to be. Eric needs to bring more friends to Wichita ball games.
No, I don't. I don't want anybody around me.
I agree. I think
I think we may have just solved Wichita's attendance problem.
You're right.
Yep.
I mean, you ain't wrong.
Yeah. It's not like people don't know that he's from Wichita and is a season ticket holder. So it's just a willingness to bring people out.
Yeah,
there's probably new people that show up that sit next to him, and then he says, "Did you know I got abandoned at a Whataburger?"
Did you know what happened to me? You want me to tell you this story? All right, so let's take a look at the ones that have gained so far. And again, I'm not surprised by the top 2.
No.
I think it's the novelty, the newness of this, right? Because Spartan Burgers moved from down east to Clingstones, moved from Mississippi. Memphis Redbirds actually gained some. West Michigan Wake Ups. I mean, and then there goes our argument, right? These are cold weather teams. There goes West Michigan right there.
Yeah.
Knoxville Smokies, brand new stadium. The Chesapeake Bay Sox, rebrand this year. And I still got to get me their alternate identity hat, and they haven't gotten it yet. It's cool, though. Hey, Quinette Stripers, them strippers.
Must be the promotions we put on.
Yeah. Support the poll workers. Rubber Ducks. And Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs. I feel like the Iron Pigs are always doing something. So I always expect them to see them. They're Hillsbury Hops. Good for them. Again, there's some, and then the Knoxville Smokies. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Hillsborough is probably heartened by the fact that they're going to keep their team.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one is
happy. So, I mean, good things.
Yeah, we'll continue to see. Yeah, we'll continue to see how the 6 games plays out over the next couple of years. I think long term it's going to be detrimental, and I think they'll figure that out. Or at least I hope they figure that out and decide to adjust a little bit. But
they'll blame somebody else.
Probably.
They'll find a way to blame, the fans somehow in all of this.
I do know that the Fireflies have tried to do more promotions this year on Sundays than they have in the past, but they're still not doing much on Tuesday and Wednesday.
I'm going to need your woodchucks to lose already. I mean, we're in the 7th inning, and they already have a running on first. I'm going to need you to come the hell down.
I mean, you can't stop the woodchucks, Ed. You can't. They're inevitable.
Whatever, bro.
Can you imagine how much wood could a woodchuck
We're stopping. We're done. Yeah.
You already stumbled on that one. You stumbled out the block.
Yeah,
how much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? There we go.
No, you can't make it up now. That's it.
I know.
Yeah, one chance.
Colonels are doing Scooby-Doo jerseys tonight. Nice.
Scooby-Doo.
I like Scooby-Doo. My daughter loves Scooby-Doo, like the old Scooby-Doo, not the new one, the old stuff. So, I mean, you got to.
Yeah, my 4-year-old's watching that. I'm like, why is he watching this 1920s cartoon all of a sudden?
Loves it.
It's cool.
Loves it. It's great stuff. That's why.
It's almost like it ages well.
Definitely.
Just like wine.
Just like Donnie.
All right.
Just unlike Donnie.
Mr. Producer, what you got for us?
Just a quick aside with Major League Baseball, which I know not a lot of people care about, but since it becomes a running joke for us, we need to pour one out for Kevin Biggio.
Why is that? Tell us.
Because he has been optioned down to Omaha.
Oh, hello. Oh.
And of course, Eric does not say anything about this because, they'll just ruin my bit.
Yeah. Eric, what do you think of Kevin Biggio?
No idea.
Omaha's the place for him, right?
No. Toronto is, though.
No. He has a home in KC.
If you guys actually want to start winning, you'll get him.
What?
Are you out of your mind? Nobody wants him.
Patrick does.
Bush
if he wants to
Light.
start winning.
United, the Colonels is Friday.
I'm good.
Sharp team jerseys. They look better than the BHC.
Wow.
I mean, it's piss water, bro.
Bush
I'm
Light.
surprised they would do a Bush Light jersey.
That's great stuff.
Man, I'm telling you, that's Bush League.
There it goes. Look, the burner account. No take backs.
Take
No
back.
take backs. There you go. There you go.
No take back. Y'all took them. Y'all keep them.
That's right. That's right.
That's your problem.
You
now.
You signed him.
So, all right, Mr. Producer, what else?
Other baseball-related topic going on. Of course, NCAA Division I tournament field has been released. 8 of the top seeds are SEC. 13 SEC teams in here. Probably only 11 deserve to be in.
I hate the SEC.
You
Just
do?
putting it out there.
You do?
Yep.
Since when?
Yesterday.
We're not going to go region by region because I don't think a lot of us have vested interest that with the teams in it. So we'll talk about the regions that our teams are actually in. So, Donnie, what do you think about Clemson's?
I mean, the regional itself is not too bad. I don't really know much about the teams that are coming in other than Kentucky. So I don't know. We'll see how we do. The thing is, who we go to the super regional, we may end up against LSU if the 2 top seeds win their regular regional. So that's going to be a tall order for us. So
Kentucky was one of the gripes I had that they made it to the tournament. So I don't know. Honestly, I wouldn't sleep on West Virginia. I know that.
Yeah, West Virginia, I don't know really much of anything about them. And then we've got, who's the 4th one in our region?
North Carolina Upstate.
Upstate, that's
right. And they're actually a pretty good program overall. They've always been a consistent program. So I don't think they're going to be well, I shouldn't say they can't win it because anybody can win anything. Look what happened to A&M softball. So be careful with what you say. But they are a good program, and I'm glad to see them get in it.
There's some interesting my shout out to East Carolina, my niece's team there.
Yep.
Oh, in the Conway Regional, yeah.
The one thing I take away from the graphic I sent you guys,
Florida, fuck.
As much as we like logos and uniforms and stuff, the Florida State regional is all burgundy. That one just blew my mind. There's like 3 out of 4 teams that are burgundy, and the others like black and white. So it's like, ooh, that's going to be horrible watching all those teams in those horrible colors.
I'm actually so happy that I see some teams that like not necessarily you think of like as like powerhouse baseball, like North Dakota State.
Yeah.
They most likely won their conference.
Yeah, that's why they got it, because of their conference.
Florida State, that regional is not going to be easy.
No.
Mississippi State in there, but Northeastern's a team I think a lot of people are going to be surprised by seeing.
Yep.
And did you guys see how Bethune-Cookman got in? Dude hit a shot, a game-winning home run, dead center field at Rickwood over the 400 mark. I was like, holy smokes, he crushed that thing.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
He smoked it.
Coastal Carolina, Central Connecticut, St. Mary's, like Murray State, like these, like Utah Valley.
What about Dallas Baptist?
I know. But Utah Valley going against Oregon.
I just love that Canadian Patrick is also an LSU fan.
That's right.
It's a burner account, man.
Go Tigers.
That just cracks me up.
It's such a burner account.
Go Tigers.
If he says he's a
I can't help it. My burner account has
shit.
I can't help it that my burner account has exquisite taste. Okay.
I'm gonna lose my shit if he says he's an Indianapolis Colts fan.
I gotta go Bills. Don't answer Joe. He grew up in the Erie area. I gotta think he's a Bills fan. What do you guys think?
Listen, we have someone who's from Georgia that likes the Toronto Blue Jays.
Are we doing this again?
Oddly enough, Clemson is my second favorite. Oh, he's a Raiders fan.
Oh man. Okay.
See?
So he's holding on to the Joe name in this case. Since a certain Joe Prophet is a
hopefully that tornado didn't just get producer.
I know, right? Did he just? Oh, he's probably.
No, I'm safe. I'm just moving back. It's gone.
Oh, he's just. Where's the courtesy flush? Damn it!
Yeah, I was gonna say.
If I was on the toilet, I would flush it.
Well, you know
so
he's.
What,
you know
what
do
you guys think about this NCAA teams?
Well, you know he's singing when he's going back to his place. He's going taking care of business every day. Taking care of business and working overtime.
And for the record, my fiber intake's perfectly fine, so those noises are not made.
Oh, I apologize.
So, Eric, what do you think about Kansas and the Arkansas regional?
They always put us against Arkansas in all of postseason of every sport.
Is that Duke against Oklahoma State?
Yes, it is. Somehow Oklahoma State got into the tournament, which shocked the hell out of me.
And Athens too.
Yeah. Wait a minute. No. Go Pokes.
Go Pokes.
Go Pokes.
There's something about cherry Pepsi. Oh,
so I am. I did look and see how far Athens was away from Huntsville. So we'll see on that. But I don't really have any faith about them beating Duke.
Listen, Virgil, if they make it to Athens, I can meet you over there.
I don't know. I have to relook at my schedule.
I've
already got like. There's always some double headers at Trash Pandas this week, so I may just stay for those.
Yeah,
I think there's some couple of them around here, so I might have to check out some of these games around here.
Yeah, I didn't think about going to support the Pokes.
If I had planned better, Ed, I would have come up to Durham for the ACC championship past weekend. I just didn't look ahead.
Yeah, we should have done better than that one.
Yeah, next year we need to plan that.
Phil, I have tried cherry Dr. Pepper. It's interesting. Don't hate me, guys. I'm not too big of a fan of Dr. Pepper. I like it. I just, don't be disappointed. Y'all like some shitty, drinks, so I don't want to hear it.
Says the man who drinks Pepsi.
Cherry Pepsi's delicious.
I will give you that. I like cherry Pepsi. I like cherry Coke better, but I like cherry.
No. Cherry Pepsi's number one, will always be number one. But cherry Dr. Pepper is not bad at all. Every time I go to a restaurant, it's like, hey, do you have cherry Pepsi? No, but we can put
the cherry flavoring in it.
No, what's that thing? They always grenadine. I'm like, no. I don't want no fucking grenadine. If I wanted grenadine, I would have asked for it. I asked for cherry Pepsi. I'll be in my Myrtle Beach this weekend cheering for the Green Jackets. There it is. All right, Mr. Producer.
All right, so that's it for baseball right now. We could talk about going to.
I got something, but it's not baseball related.
What do you got?
Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark.
Ooh.
I've been waiting on this for so long.
Time out. I spent the whole week not willing to talk about this last week.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah. And by the way, Virgil, I think
why did you bet the whole week?
Yeah.
Why?
Virgil, since you asked, I hope that I think the LSU has a good chance to move on to the Super Regional, but it's not a given.
I'm sorry, David. I forgot about LSU. I apologize.
No, that's okay. That's okay.
I heard Donnie mention LSU, and I was like, well, we got them covered. Let's move on.
Yeah, but I think if LSU plays Clemson, that's going to be really, really tough because Clemson's a good baseball team.
Yeah, I've got the Tigers in that.
Yeah,
you're
I'm
right,
putting money on the Tigers on that one. Yeah, for sure.
But Mr. Producer, please tell me why did you try to avoid it all week?
It's dumb to me.
Why is it dumb? I want to hear this.
My problem with it is it all stems back to Angel Reese doing the finger thing at LSU with the ring. To me, it just seems like the most manufactured outrage there is with this by people who don't even watch women's basketball that just got dragged into this. And then you've got people talking about, Robert Griffin III had to say something, and then that turned into his obsession with his wife's skin color. That it just becomes a mess.
That whole situation between him and Ryan Clark, pull the popcorn out, bro. That was just like to the point where Ryan Clark had to walk back some of his stuff that he said because I'm like, oh my God. You went after family.
He put an apology post out there because he felt like he had brought his own family into something he shouldn't have brought them into by comments he made.
Well, he brought Ryan RG3's family, like, bro.
Right, he started with that, which also then affected his own family. It's like, dude, let it go.
Right, let
it go.
But here's my take, okay? And listen, if you want to be known as the villain, because that's what you said from the very beginning, if you guys want me to be the villain, I'll be the villain. I have no problems. Now you want to be loved by everybody. You can't have it both ways. That's my issue. If you're going to be the villain, be Draymond Green.
Yeah.
Okay? Be Draymond Green. He embraces the villain all day, every day. He may be
Draymond
a good dude.
Draymond will be Draymond.
Exactly. But you know what, though? That's what makes him popular. Mm-hmm. Because he is who he is. Angel Reese flip-flops on who she wants to be, and it's not working. Also, her shooting sucks. I'm sorry.
Have you seen the guys that are betting on her missing her first shot of the game and letting it ride?
Yeah.
They are up so big right now, game to game. It is insane the money they're making.
Donnie, all I'm saying, show the video of the guy defending Angel Reese for her contributions off the ball.
I might have shared that one.
I think that was you that shared
that was one. Yeah.
Listen,
I didn't know if that was like a joke or if that was supposed to be serious.
Caitlin Clark is, you know what I mean? Like, she's great. She's good. She's an absolute shooter. She's also gonna be like, I'm not getting into this. She's the one person that's like, everybody wants her to say something. She's like, no.
She doesn't need to say anything. She just keeps playing like she's playing, and that says everything.
Well, she does.
You know what the issue is too? They should not bring race into this, whether black or white. That's not the issue with me. I don't give a shit about that part.
Yeah.
Let's just keep it out. Reese wants out of Chicago. Indiana built a team around Clark. Chicago didn't do the same for Angel because she's not a superstar.
She sucks. She really does.
She's a good defender. Player. Let her be the defender.
Yeah, I was going to say she's a good. I'm not going to say she sucks. I think she's a good defender. I don't think she's a great offensive force.
She's not an offensive force. She's not. So you should not build a team around her.
And Chicago has a lot of pieces. Like they've got some big personalities on that team, like Haley Van Lith and.
Well, you can build a team around her because she's an offensive person. And then Angel Reese is a good complementary piece.
She doesn't want to be the complementary piece. That's the problem. Her game is a complementary piece. She doesn't want to be a complementary piece.
You know what? You're still making millions of dollars. That's who you are.
Yeah.
Well, Donnie said that the sky was the limit. So.
Okay.
I did not.
Nope. All right. Sorry, I had to bring it just because I know it's been a topic, and then the whole RG3 Ryan Clark that got way out of hand, and like it got way out of hand, like quick too, like super fast. Like, dude,
I got excited when the LA Sparks got off to an opening win against the Valkyries, and then I was like, there's the Sparks losing like the next three.
Back to losing.
Yeah. then they realized that that's who I like, and so then they were like, yeah, we're good.
I just can't wait for the Cleveland Rockers to come back. I'm excited for that.
The Atlanta Dream has been playing well too. Brittany Griner looks like she's revitalized, playing for the Dream.
She needed out of Texas.
She did. She just needed a fresh start somewhere.
Oh yeah, 100%. She could not.
And she's played really well for Atlanta so far. So
good for her. All right, Mr. Producer, I've derailed this enough. Have at it.
Okay, so the last two things we're going to talk about, of course, we got NBA playoffs going on. Thunder up 3-1 against Minnesota.
That was a good game last night.
That was a really good, very too close for my comfort game last night.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's just neither team got to pull away, right? I mean, it was just that was a character game, as like they said on the broadcast, and two good teams. I mean, it's it was really, I enjoyed watching basketball. So
that's a game Thunder loses last year.
Yep. 100%.
They really pulled that off. And then currently, Pacers are up by 6. They're up 2-1 right now on New York, and really New York had to pull out a lot to even get back into this.
I don't think New York has enough to beat the Pacers. The Pacers are. Look what they did to the Cavaliers, man. They are no joke.
Yeah. I mean, the Knicks came back the other game, but I don't think they can keep up with the pace.
I'll be honest. Any New York team losing makes me feel good.
Wow. Nice one, Donnie.
If you're Adam Silver, how do you feel about an Oklahoma City, Indianapolis final?
Hilarious. I love it.
Oh, you should love it.
When it comes to markets, you think, because everyone always talks about it's got to be a big market. You got to have New York versus LA, and I don't really subscribe to that.
No. Neither do I.
I'm really curious how this is going to look like ratings wise. If this what happens, if this is the final,
I think it will have an impact on ratings by virtue of how big the markets are. I think there will be a drop in viewership, but I think
Oklahoma City is not a small market either. That's a big,
it's
not,
market. But it's not a New York market either. I'm not talking
I agree.
about. I'm not saying that from what I prefer to see. I'm saying that from you could see a 20% to 25% drop off just because you don't have an LA market or a New York market. That doesn't mean that the quality of the finals is bad. It's just numbers, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's
there you go again, Mr. Producer.
I don't think that's me, because I don't know where that's coming from.
It's not mine.
Crap, it may be me then. But nothing hasn't happened on my phone yet, so I don't know what system that is.
It's good to see the Pacers in there as well.
Especially, I mean, I have a soft spot for the Pacers right now just because of how, I really think that the Athletic should be ashamed for doing this, private player poll about who's the most overrated. I think that's just a very irresponsible question to ask players.
I agree.
And then put it out there. I don't care if it's anonymous. The fact that you're revealing that, singling out this player as being overrated. Yeah, I mean, Tyrese probably doesn't care all that much, but it's just pointless to me.
I think it's just extra, like a chip on his shoulder.
Well, it lit a fire under him, and it's like, good luck. But I don't like that. I don't like that was even done. I don't think that that's something they should be doing.
I agree.
A personal opinion, but I mean, Tyrese has really used it in the best way possible, and credit to him, because he's making big shots, and he's saying, I love that he's saying overrate this. I don't care if you love Tyrese Halliburton or not, but he's been on fire in the playoffs. And so I don't think the Pacers win some of the games last year that that they're winning this year. Tyrese has another year under his belt, and he's stepping up when his team needs it. I mean, he has good players around him, don't get me wrong, but there was all this hype coming around the Knicks coming into the Eastern Conference Finals, and no one was really talking about the Pacers, even though they've been dominant in these Eastern Conference playoffs. People made a big deal about the Knicks beating the Celtics, but that was an injury ravaged Celtics.
I was just gonna say if
that was not the Celtics at full strength.
If Boston was full strength, they would have just plowed through the Knicks.
But you guys also got to remember, it's New York versus Boston. That's two of your biggest markets right there. So, well, of course, most of your push is going to be on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Indiana has been traditionally good. Go back to the 90s, early 2000s, where they competed in the playoffs. The NBA needs traditionally good teams in the finals, not just big markets. It's a good change for once, rather than seeing the big markets consistently make the finals. I agree.
Yeah, I agree with them too. And when I'm saying that, I'm purely, I'm basically just purely talking about the numbers as far as what you see on the TV, because they are going to look at those type things, right? That's a reality that we can't get past. But
I agree.
I agree with you about the quality of the teams, and you're right. Indiana, they've had some lean years, and before Tyrese Halliburton, but when you go back to the Rick Smits and Reggie Miller days, we've saw some really good Pacer teams, and it's good to see them good again.
All right. And before we continue, guys, I just want to make sure that I give you guys with the NHL hockey, the Western Conference and Eastern Conference, you got some powerhouses playing right now. I mean, you got the Oilers, who haven't been, like that good in the last couple of years. They're it's really picking it up. Dallas is a dangerous team, man. And of course, you got the Florida Panthers. You got to give them credit. Kachuk, fuck, I can't stand them. Marchand, I hate that dude. Absolutely cannot stand that. I couldn't stand him in Boston when he was a Bruin. Can't stand him now.
Right.
Look what
every team's got one of those guys, though.
That's who he is. He is that one guy. He's gonna be on the ice to annoy the living shit out of you, and that's what he's gonna do.
That was a great pickup for the Panthers.
Oh, 100%. It's a dangerous team. Look what they're doing to the Carolina Hurricanes. And Carolina's not a joke team. But so I was talking to a buddy of mine who says, look at Carolina's size, and then look at the Panthers' size. Florida Panthers have a bunch of bigs on their line.
Yeah.
Carolina doesn't. Carolina need a couple of bigs in order to compete. And
to me, Marchand, he was the kind of player that Florida needed to boost their season.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they not that they were bad without him. Don't get me wrong.
Right, they won the Stanley Cup last year.
Right, but I mean, a team like that needs a boost sometimes, and then and credit to the management and going out and getting their guy, because there were a lot of people after him, and Florida got it over the line. So
fuck Florida.
Well, there was hey, you can go to places, or you can come here and win a cup.
And hate on hockey teams in Florida all you want, but in recent years with the Panthers and the Lightning,
last 6 years, I think.
I was going to say there's been a lot of Stanley Cups coming down to Florida.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, the Lightning have been good for so long, and now it's the Panthers' turn. It's funny because wasn't the general manager that's in Florida? He used to be in Chicago, wasn't he? He was the Blackhawks manager.
I believe you're right.
And look what he's doing with that Florida team. So, I mean, listen, all I know is that Carolina, I think they're done, in my opinion. I don't see them winning 3 in a row. I just don't.
It's going to be, I mean, it'd be hard for anybody to win 3 in a row.
Mm-hmm. Well, Florida did it.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. He was in Columbus. He was in Columbus, the Blue Jackets.
Was he?
Yeah. And then he was also the general manager of the Cleveland Monsters.
Oh, so he did some good stuff, because the Cleveland Monsters, I think, also won the Calder Cup.
Yeah.
So
I guess he was there. I don't think he was GM of the Blue Jackets. He was just in the management.
Yeah.
He was in the organization. So
there you go. All right, Mr. Producer.
Something to also keep in mind, since it's looking like a possible Stanley Cup rematch from last year. That has not happened. That's only happened once in the past 40 years since they've expanded.
Oh, Dallas and
Edmonton and Florida.
Edmonton, I'm sorry. Edmonton, right.
If Edmonton and Florida meet, that's going to be the first rematch since 2008, 2009, when the Penguins and the Red Wings did it.
That's Gary Bettman's fault.
Right now, it's the end of the second period. The Oilers are up 2-1 against the Stars. Yeah. So
Gary Bettman should be ashamed of himself.
Okay, tell me how you really feel about him.
I might have an axe to grind. I'm just saying.
I get that.
Possibly.
Mr. Producer, talk to us.
Well, I'm done with everything that I have listed.
Oh, so is that what are we doing now? What are we doing?
Well, did you get to my mess about checking your email?
I got it up, ready to go.
Let's pull it up then.
Is this what you're talking about right here?
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
Oh.
So, welcome to our second Dad Hat tournament. This is the alternate identity tournament. So this means no food, or there's going to be food adjacent stuff, but no food, no copa, just basically your miscellaneous pile. So our 4 regions for this one, we got the diner region, the beach region, the moo region, and the boom region.
I wonder why is their named as such.
I don't know. We'll find out as we go further on.
Okay, cool.
I thought the boom one was because Virgil moved to the bathroom, during this show. So
I hate you so much.
Hey guys, I'm gonna jump off and onto my phone so I can head out to the truck because I've got to go work. So I will.
Whatever, bro.
Back. I'll be right back.
Can you hear us?
What a loser,
Man.
Look at me. My team's up 3-1 in the Stanley Cup final.
let me go and do whatever.
Yeah.
He probably doesn't hear us.
Are we doing my impression of Eric whenever he talks about the Royals and their season being over?
Oh. Why are we hitting? Why are we pitching?
He's terrible.
What's up with all these pig logos?
Good Christmas.
What's with all the brown hats?
All right.
He was losing right now. Laugh at.
So let's go on to the next slide.
You can move it.
No, I can't move this one.
Oh, okay.
That's that, yeah. So just to give you the criteria, no throwbacks. So anybody that was a previous team, like when Akron plays as the Arrows or when Trash Pandas play as the Stars, they're not included. May do a defunct team one.
Hi, Mrs. Wise.
No copa and previous food identities.
Hello, Mrs. Mayor.
Hello, Mrs. Mayor. As I mentioned earlier, one identity per team, which
that was tough. I bet that one was a tough one right there.
Made that a lot harder than it needed to be. A lot of there's going to be a few missing that I think you're going to be surprised when you see.
Okay. All right.
Just to let you know, I did this through random number generator, so I took all the identities and whatever finished on top got picked.
Okay.
And then any teams released while making this bracket are not included. So no Asheville Snot Otters, no Crystal Cove Booty Hunters. I apologize.
Oh.
Did not make the cut.
Okay.
All right. So let's do our bracket reveal. Next slide, please. Diner region. So our number 1 seed, of course, Jersey Diners. Very, very strong brand out of Somerset Patriots. They'll be going up against the 16 seed Altoona Brookies.
Some of these I gotta look up.
Well,
the Brookies, yeah, I remember that one really well.
Well, if time permits and Donnie comes back, I do have the play-in game slides ready if we want to do that.
Okay. All right. Okay.
8th seed, the Wicked Worms of Worcester, which I did not know was a thing until a friend bought a hat.
Yep.
Against the Toledo Mud Crawlers, one of the newer ones that I thought really had a big impact on that.
Oh, such a good one.
5 seed, we got the
Stay tuned for that one before the end of the show's over.
5 seed, we have the Hickory Dickory Docks.
Oh,
that's such a good one.
A very polarizing one, I already know. They'll be up against the 12 seed Missoula Powderheads.
Can I be done if he doesn't come back? Absolutely, Mike.
4th seed, we got the Clearwater Beach Dogs.
I love that one.
Solid one.
They're up against our first play-in game between the Mahoning Valley Power Goblins and the Grand Junction Humpback Chubs. Augusta did not make the cut. I was already working on this before that team got unveiled, so they are not in this.
Got it.
All right, next slide, please. 6-11 bowling. We got a Kentucky showdown. Bowling Green Sinkholes versus the Louisville Mashers.
Ooh, that's a good one.
3 seed. We got our Chattanooga Wreckers versus the Harrisburg Mayflies.
Mm-hmm.
That's a strong 3 seed, by the way.
The 7-10 matchup. This one kind of random number generator kind of went crazy on this one. Tulsa Noodlers versus the Madison Motivational Speakers from the Mallards.
I'm glad that you included some like collegiate wood bat in this.
Oh, wait. Oh, we ain't done yet.
Okay, I love it.
I pulled from a lot of areas.
Because I've seen already you have from the MLB Draft League. So
yeah, like Ed, like all the work I put in this, I didn't talk to my kids for like 3 days.
Okay.
No one didn't say I didn't have kids. I couldn't do the rest of my joke. Dang it. Number 2, Hartford bouncing.
You don't have kids.
That's not important right now.
Okay, sorry.
Hartford
knows of.
Listen, there's maybe some time in Romania we'll talk about later. There's a whole 90-day fiance thing that may have
got it. Okay, cool.
2 seed Hartford bouncing pickles.
I don't remember. Oh, I do remember that one. Yeah.
Once you see it, you will. Versus another newcomer, New Hampshire space potatoes.
Oh, that's a newcomer. Yep.
It is.
All right, let's go to our next slide. Now we're over in the beach region. Number 1, and I'm glad Donnie's gone for this. He doesn't have to hear this. Biloxi Beach Chickens.
Oh,
he came back just in time.
Biloxi Beach Chickens, and they'll be up against the 16th seed, the Hudson Valley Retrievers. One of the newer logos also came out.
Yeah. Well, we already know who Donnie's picking.
Exactly. Yeah, we already know where his bias stands on this.
Yeah, exactly.
8-9 team, 2 matchup of 2 new ones. El Paso Bootmakers against the Akron Galley Boys.
That Bootmakers logo is so crisp.
It is.
Our 5-12 matchup, we got the Salem Beermongers.
Good choice.
Yeah, I initially had them in the food, and I'm like, no, I got to move them to the other one.
That's a classic one.
Against the 12 seed Maine Candlepins.
Another good one.
Yep.
4 seed Durham Bull Sharks.
Okay.
Versus the playing game for 13 seed, the West Virginia Moonshiners.
I love that one.
Versus the apparently relevant tonight Green Bay Rollers.
Come on, Kenosha. 8th inning, 2 outs, runner on first and second, and that's it.
What are you doing? Ed?
Continue.
And apologies, Patrick. Fond du Lac ended up winning. Madison did not pull it off.
I know. But the road to 70, the road to 70 and 71 and 1 is
still there.
On the way. There we go.
Still possible. All right. Next slide, please. 6th seed, Asheville Hippies. Maybe a little undersuited to some people. We'll find out. Versus I'm going to screw this one up, the Myrtle Beach Pelosaurus Rex.
You nailed it.
Good job.
3 seed, Great Lakes Pontooners. One of the hats I will be picking up on my road trip in there in about 2
Good man. Good man.
Against the 14th seed, the Fresno Growers. Which was an alternate team because I had to disqualify a team on this due to a oversight on my part. 7th seed, Winston-Salem Hype Hens. Not the hyphens, but the Hype Hens.
A lot of chickens.
And then they're up against, and there's more chickens, believe it or not. And they'll be going up to the 10th seed. The 10th, what was that?
We need some pigs.
I don't know how many pigs are going to be on this.
God, we can't have cops here, guys.
Versus the 10th seed, the Screw City Sock Monkeys out of Rockford.
Yes.
That's good.
That's a good one.
And then number 2 seed, Pensacola Mullets versus the 15th seed, the Crooks Haven Ghostly Gangsters of another new edition.
I like it.
I got to see the Mullets firsthand because Trash Pandas actually had Mullet Night, and they were playing Pensacola, and they dressed as the Mullets. I thought that was pretty cool.
Good job on their part. See, this is why minor league is so much fun.
All right, let's go over to our next slide. And we will also be going back over our matchups soon. We're just going to try to roll through this.
Okay.
First seed in the Moo region, Wisconsin Udder Tuggers. An identity so strong that I think few people may forget that this is actually their alternate and not their main one.
It should be. What does that say, though? That should be probably their main.
Well, I mean, you already made a case that the Shakes should be what Holly Springs should
be the Shakes.
Yeah. They'll be going up to the 16th seed, the Chesapeake Decoys out of
Aberdeen.
8-9 matchup. Iowa Caucasus versus the Lake Winnebago Shantymen.
That's
now,
a good name.
This is not the Wisconsin Timber Rattlers version because their team's already up on the number 1 seed. This is the Fond du Lac Dock Spiders version. So 2 teams actually play as this, so I'm picking the Northwoods League team as the representative. 5 seed, we have the North Arkansas Growlin' Chickens against the 12th seed, and a team I'm going to be curious how they do, the Up North Cork Dorks out of Traverse City.
It's a good one. Good choice.
Number 4 seed, we've got the Binghamton Bathtub Donkeys. Favorite to definitely somebody on the panel here that will probably push them pretty far. And oh my gosh,
who could that be?
In our playing game, guys, we got Motorboater Madness. We got the Morehead City Motorboaters versus the Missouri River Motorboaters.
Goodness, that's a tough first round matchup.
Good Christmas.
Okay, let's go on. 6th seed, Staten Island Pizzarettes.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest with you guys. I almost forgot about this one because it's been so long since I actually heard the name come up.
Such a good name, though.
It's one of the best of all time.
Long live the Pizza Rats.
That's right.
And they'll be going up against the 11th seed, the Lehigh Valley Mummers.
Tom, remember that one.
When you'll see, you'll pull it up, you'll see.
Yeah.
3 seed, Beloit Supper Clubbers. Against the 14th seed, the Chesapeake Oyster Catchers out of Chesapeake. And yes, Ed, the logo will be on the file that I have for that one. 7th seed, the Yellow City Pigweeds out of Amarillo versus the 10th seed, the Reading Prost.
I remember the numbers now.
Oh, you remember seeing it?
Yeah.
Okay. And then
my burner account is very excited that the Oyster Catchers made the cut.
I mean, I couldn't leave them out.
You can't.
And then the 2 seed in the Moo region, the Wichita Turbo Tubs against the 15th seed and newcomer Delmarva Wild Ponies. All right. And now we're done with the Moo region, so let's go to the Boom region. Number 1 in the Boom region, Eugene Exploding Whales.
Wow.
Really, out of the Western one, probably the strongest one of the batch. They're up against the 16th seed, the Clinton Shadflies from the Clinton Lumber Kings.
Interesting.
Yep.
8th seed, San Jose Beer Batters.
Strong one.
A logo another logo that I had to I forgot about until recently while doing this. They're up against the 9th seed, and I took liberties with this one. The Jersey Shore Locals and Bennies. I am combining those two as one.
Okay.
I was just about to ask that.
And Lynn, you were like the first person I thought of when I added the Shadflies. I'm like, I hope she will see this.
I like that. Lynn
that. Probably has a jersey.
You should have done the Bennies and the locals as a play-in against each other.
But
everyone's a critic.
Everyone's a critic.
Yeah, but remember, you can only have one identity per team. Can't have two. So technically, if he would have not combined them, there would have been 2 from the same.
All right.
Whatever, bro.
5 seed.
Apparently, he's throwing that in his Biloxi category there, Mr.
Yeah, I can tell. 5 seed, we've got the Augusta Azaleas, probably one of the strongest newcomers in there. They're already getting a 5 seed, but the high no, that's Ed.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Ed, tell me how you really feel.
They'll be going up the 12th seed, and Ed's pick from the tournament already, the Norfolk Squeezers.
Yeah, he is.
I'm not saying anything.
Yeah.
4th seed, we got the Beer City Bunghammers out of West Michigan. I already have, so I don't have to buy a new one on the trip. And they're going against the play-in game between the Vermont Maple Kings and the Gastonia Zombies. All right.
That's a cool playing game.
Oh, yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing that one. 6th seed, Dub C Seal Slingers.
That's a strong 6th seed.
Against the 11th seed, Inland Empire Cherubs.
That's a good matchup.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to that one. Especially if I'm gonna have Dub C. I think Dub C is gonna go far in this, but
I think so.
Maybe it may stop right there.
Oh, well, I don't know about that.
3 seed Las Vegas Gamblers
Yeah,
against the 14th seed Syracuse Shot Clocks.
that's a good matchup.
7th seed Arkansas Mad Mallards.
Oh, such a good one.
Yeah,
probably a little low to some people, but we'll see how they do. Number 10, and I really do like this one. I feel like this one does not get enough love as it should. Peoria Orange Barrels.
I agree with you. It's better than the Tenderloins.
Better than the Tenderloins by far, yes.
Yeah.
And then the 2 seed, our first Tri-Cities representation, Columbia River Rooster Tails against the 15th seed, Trenton Goldens.
Okay. So we have the Goldens and the Retrievers in this, huh?
Yep.
A lot of doggies.
This has gone to the dogs. So let's go back to the first region for a minute so we can talk about some of these matchups here. Keep going. Oh. All right, so that's the first half of the diner bracket. So which would these matchups reach out to you that you're looking forward to seeing? If the answer is none, that's fine too. I'll just cry about it later.
I like the 8-9 matchup with the Wicked Warrens of Worcester against the Toledo Mudcrawlers.
That's going to be a tough one.
I think that's a really good matchup. I can see that. I could see you doing a potential tiebreaker on that one, but we'll see. And then the play-in game I'm intrigued by with the Power Goblins and the humpback chubs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know who on here has actually seen the Power Goblins logo yet, but I know you have. But I'm curious what people's reactions will be to that.
Yeah,
for sure. Team I will not. The Hickory Dickory Dots versus Missoula Powderheads can go either way to me. Also, I'm not sure which way you guys are going to go with that one.
That Power Goblins logo, though, the whole jersey and everything. Oh.
Well, like I said, we may do this one tonight because I've got it ready.
You let me know.
Okay, let's go on to the next one. Bowling Green versus Louisville Mashers, to me, is going to be probably the hardest one, I think. If I was picking these, it's going to be the hardest one for me.
The 6-11 matchup?
6-11 matchup, yes.
I'll tell you another one that's hard. Well, never mind. I had the lining wrong. Never mind. I think you're right. I think 6-11 is going to be the hardest. Although the 7-10 matchup is going to be interesting to me too. The Noodlers against the Motivational Speakers.
The 7-10 is really funny to me because of how many possibilities that could have been.
Yeah.
Because the second place matchup for that one would have been the Raft Riders versus the Muskelards.
Ooh. And I'm a fan of the Muskelards.
Yeah, I saw that shirt and I'm like, oh no, they didn't make it.
Yeah. A little disappointed, but it's okay. We still got more tournaments throughout the year. It's okay. Not a big deal.
Yeah, we'll do an alternate ID tournament.
No, you know what? You can also do like a fish theme, I'll bracket. You can do there's so many options that we can do on brackets when it comes to alternate identities. We can do so many things. So I'm not upset.
We could do some like 12 and 16 team tournaments or something like college football playoff type. But you don't have to have 60 something and pick, like you said,
I agree. Yeah.
Like fish identities or things like that. Yeah.
Okay, let's move on back to so that's for the Dyer region, Beach region. Salem versus Candlepins versus Beermongers.
Yeah, that's the one for me.
Although I'm curious who comes out of the play-in game for this one. Yeah. Do I think they'll beat the Bull Sharks? No, but I think if Moonshiners come out, I think
that should be an interesting. Some of these play-in games are actually not that bad.
And Virgil, it depends on which Moonshiners logo you use. Because there's two. There's two.
There is two. The image I have for
the car.
It's the car.
Oh, that's going to be if that were to win out, that's going to be a good matchup with the Bull Sharks.
And for people who are not aware from where the Moonshiners come from, it is the West Virginia Black Bears out of the MLB Draft League.
Correct.
All right. Next slide. really, with here, you've got the 611, the 710. I even say the 314 could be a little interesting.
To me, I think it's the 710 one is actually not that bad. And that play-in again. I mean, not play-in, I'm sorry, the 2 and 15 could be interesting.
And for those wondering, the Winston-Salem High Pins beat out the Tobacco Beetles and the Hooch Pooches.
I got to be honest, I like the matchup.
Yeah, I think when I initially did this, I was hoping for Tobacco Beetles because I like that one a little bit more. But
I like the Tobacco Beetles.
But I'll take High Pins. High Pins was like my strong second one.
Yeah, well, with a lot of those, I can't go wrong personally. I like a lot of those.
I like how Winston-Salem does play a lot to those the Tobacco Beetles. They got the little car over there.
So
in the ballpark.
You said it was almost this one?
Yes, almost that one.
Okay.
So
as I'm saying, Hooch Pooches versus Ghostly Gangsters is pretty much the same logo.
Yeah. That's fair.
Red Black Mafia type.
True.
All right. Down to our another region, the Moo region.
That play-in.
That's yeah.
I'm a fan.
Well, like I said, if it wasn't for the cutoff, I would have had it. Probably would have been Crystal Cove, but I was already working on this beforehand, so I did not include them. They'll just be there for next year. Wisconsin Undertuggers is a very strong one, but Undertuggers versus Shantymen, I would love to see.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. And until recently, that would have been the same owner. That would have been the same ownership derby, but I know the Timber Rattlers have since been sold.
Yeah. But I feel like the Shantymen logo is one that's kind of slept on nationally. I don't feel like a lot of people talk about this compared to the other ones.
Yep.
And then
got lost in the shuffle.
Yeah, Growlin' Chickens versus Cork Dorks.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people don't like the name for Cork Dorks or the logo.
I love it.
I have no problem with it. I like the coloring of it.
I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
I like it. I think the Bathtub Donkeys against either motorboaters. I'm thinking of one in particular that I think would be a really good matchup, but from my personal opinion. But I think really either motorboaters against Bathtub Donkeys could be a very competitive matchup, regardless of who wins the play-in.
Yeah, Bathtub Donkeys is going to be see how much of the hype when they revealed is still intact.
Yeah, well, I think the fact that there's not been a lot of merch coming out, like they still like that's probably the one identity I can think of where on-field hats still haven't been released.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, not to say that it won't be because they haven't played with them yet, but this late into the season and I haven't seen it anywhere is a little surprising.
All right, let's go on.
Because they don't have a lot of stuff.
Well, Augusta said the same thing about the River Donkeys. When I asked about the fitteds for the on-field, those weren't even going to be there until right close to game time next week.
Right. Yeah, I mean, it's not the first one. I'm just saying it's crazy. Anyways.
Yeah, bottom half of that. So Staten Island Pizza Rats.
That's going to be tough to beat. I think this one has it because it's such a popular one, and also that nostalgia. It's really going to be like heavy hitter with this one.
And honestly, you could have gone through like 47 of the Lehigh Valley identities. I still don't think they would beat the Pizza Rats. I mean, I'm not speaking for anyone else on here. I'm speaking purely for me, but
I agree with you.
You could go through the catalog of them, and I don't think it touches.
I'm going to be honest with you. I see them beating the Mummers. I see them beating the Supper Clubbers, the Oyster Catchers. Like I see them beating like them coming out of this region, the Pizza Rats. In my opinion,
not because it's the strongest, but I am intrigued by the 7-10 matchup with the Pigweeds and the Prost. Not because I think it's going to win, this part of the bracket.
I agree.
But they're kind of two that split opinion for me. for people, because if you're not, the pigweeds, we know the reasons why. The Prost, if you're not into Oktoberfest, that a lot of people don't necessarily connect with that. So some do, some don't. So I'm going to be interested to see, just based on people's thinking and all factors coming into play, what people decide on.
Going back on the Lehigh Valley comment, while you're right, I don't think there's one that's really going to be on strong to beat Pizza Rats. I think the Mummers have the best chance to beat them.
Really? Okay.
No.
I would probably respectfully disagree with that.
I was just going to say, I humbly disagree with you on that one.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
But I think, but you know what? I start talking, watch me be surprised. I mean, that's what's fun about this, is that, I don't know what everyone else is thinking. So.
Yeah. All right, moving on.
Okay, next slide. So we're in the Boom region. Beer batters versus locals and bennies are one I'm going to be curious.
Yeah. I'll be honest, that 8-9 matchup I'm going to be thinking about for a while. I'm going to be pulling a Donnie and just have to. I don't even know if I'll make a decision. Donnie may even make a decision before I do, but that's going to be a tough one.
That's a tough one.
Wow, that's saying a lot there.
That is saying a lot.
My sleeper in this, Vermont Maple Kings.
Yeah.
I think if people are not familiar with that logo, I don't know if what I hear is, if you guys see that logo again, you may.
I'll be honest. I was surprised that was a play-in game, to be honest.
I struggled with that. The only reason why I put that as a play-in is because I felt like it fell onto obscurity at that point.
That's understandable. I think that and again, I only speak for me. I don't think that playing game can be remotely close. Just with all due respect.
Wild pitch. Oh.
Yeah, but we'll see what happens, right? I mean, that's that's the fun about this.
That was the bottom of the knife too. That's not good.
Yeah, I know. All right, moving on.
Okay, last slide.
That's Seal Slingers.
Dub C or bust for me. I know I'm wearing the hat, but
I'm with you there, bro. I'm with you there. I'm with you there.
The only team
which one?
Dub C.
Seal Slingers.
Oh, I'm telling you, that's a strong 6.
Yeah, I'm with you. I like also the Mad Mallards. I'm such a massive fan of that one.
And I'll be honest, the Gamblers and Shot Clocks.
They just walked it off.
Who did?
The Kingfish.
Well, it's nice to have one of your teams win, Ed.
Oh no, wild pitch. Another wild pitch.
Oh my
That's
God.
wild, man.
I'm gonna have to make some calls over to Wausau.
Let's go.
Hope they didn't pick up that Wichita State dude that Eric hates.
Well, I know that Madison got a Wichita State guy, Sweeney.
Oh yeah.
And he hit a home run. So we're very happy with that one. By the way, in case anyone knows where we can find it, the Blue Jays are, looking for someone that can score a run, like anybody. I
heard Kevin Biggio may be available.
As I said, I need someone that can score runs and get hits, not be Kevin Biggio. He can stay with the Royals.
Let's go. Good job, baby.
The only saving grace for the Blue Jays is they're playing the Rangers, who have an equally bad offense. 0-0.
So just for updated standings for everyone paying attention, there is a first place tie for fourth. A four-way tie for first. Thank you, dear Lord. Four-way tie for first between me, Ed, Patrick, and Donnie at 1-1, and Eric is 0-2 with the
Eric gives zero fucks tonight.
All right, guys. So I have a question.
Let's go.
Yes.
I have the playing game presentation ready.
Okay.
You guys ready to do that tonight? Just want to go into it blind?
Hey, I'd say
I'm in for it blind. Let's do it.
Go for it.
All right.
That's one of my favorite. That might win one of my favorite logos in another contest.
We gotta make some stickers out of that
thing. I freaking love that logo. Can we get that on a T-shirt?
I was trying to think of something to do for alternate for this one, but I couldn't. I make like a smiling face one, but then I realized if I made a smiling face one, it would basically just bastardize the whole logo in general, and we can't have that.
Give me you gotta send me the PNG, and then we'll set up some stickers for this.
Man, yeah, I would love to see that, and then a picture of Ed scowling right underneath it.
Yeah, I'll send you the image after. I'll email it to you.
Well, the thing is, you can put that image, and then you could have him wearing the hat. It's like a picture of him scowling, and then like make it look like he's actually wearing a said hat. It would be great.
Yeah, I was debating which hats I was going to bring on my road trip, and then this will definitely be a CBM hat.
A CBM meetup? Oh my god, yeah, that'd be awesome.
A CBM meetup hat.
I like that. All right, you ready?
All right, everybody ready?
Let's do this thing.
First game, we're in the Diner region. Mahoning Valley Power Goblins versus the Grand Junction Humpback Chubs.
God.
Yeah, for me, it's the Power Goblins.
I'm gonna go with Prospector on this one. Give me the Power Goblins.
Do you guys know when they unveiled this? I feel like this was back when were they still affiliated when this came out?
No,
I didn't think so.
No,
they were MLB draft at that point.
Okay,
correct.
Eric or Donnie, one of you, just take your time.
Sorry, I'm trying to see him, but it's hard driving. I'm going to go with the Power Goblins. And from what I can tell, that looks better than the Chubs.
Yeah, the Power Goblins logo is so legit. They do have a hat. It's a structured 39 like style stretch, so they don't have any like plain one. So, anyways,
thank you, Len.
Eric.
I like the color with the Power Goblins, so give me that.
Okay.
Good choice. I like the color too.
So, what producer? You want to pick one too? While we're at it,
it's gonna be Power Goblins.
Gotcha.
I will say this: Mahoning Valley has some really strong alternates, like especially with the foods in this one. Like they were doing their marketing. Give that person a raise. All right, next game we're in the Beach region. West Virginia Moonshiners versus the Green Bay Rollers.
For me, this is easy. Moonshiners.
Yeah, I already knew what you were going to pick before I even had to put this up.
Am I that predictable?
Yeah, with this one, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, you knew it. You already knew.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Moonshiners as well.
Same. Moonshiners.
Give me the Rollers. I know it's not going to win, but I like the Rollers. It's just hilarious to me.
Eric?
He picked the Moonshiners.
Oh, you said Moonshiners? I didn't hear him. Okay.
Yeah, he picked the Moonshiners.
I would have probably gone with the Moonshiners, but I have to give credit for the Rollers because they already have the Green Bay Rockers, Green Bay Rollers. It just makes sense.
Yep.
No.
This is how we roll.
Next one, Moo Region. Morehead City Motorboaters versus the Missouri River Motorboaters.
Missouri River.
I like the colors better for Missouri River, but I got to go because we had them on the podcast in Morehead City.
Mr. Buddy Bengal.
Yep.
Okay. Donnie.
I'm going to go with the Missouri River. That one is just fantastic.
It's too good.
It's too good.
I agree with you, Michael, too. Michael says Missouri River, you know.
When I first saw the Missouri River logo, I was thinking, why is a marshmallow man driving a boat?
Right. That's what I thought, too. So, you know.
Okay. And our last playing game, Vermont Maple Kings versus the Gastonia Zombies.
Vermont Maple Kings.
Maple Kings.
Maple Kings, definitely.
And that's not I mean, I like the zombies thing, but it's just, I don't know. There's so much history with that Maple Kings.
A lot of the Gastonia one, I don't know if any of those Gastonia ones could have actually competed.
I agree, yeah.
Yarny X may have been the closest, but like Galactic Dinos, no. I should have. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, Virgil. I'm sorry.
I forgot about the bologna sandwiches they had that could have been in the food, but like I wanted to put one of them in here kind of as a filler, and I didn't think they were going to beat the Vermont Maple Kings.
Mm-hmm. It's Maple Kings, but you're right. Like Gastonia, they had some good alternates. It's just,
and and it's not the case now, but one of the cool things when the Vermont Maple Kings originally came out is they New Era used that liquid chrome logo on the New Era hat, and so like I
have one of those. It's fantastic.
And so it just shines, and not that Zephyr can do that really. I mean, at least they don't do it, but that was one of the cool things about that when they originally came out. It was one of the first ones to use that liquid chrome on there. So
I've never seen that. I gotta see what that looks like.
I'll send you. I'll have to send you a video of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And with that, we've got our field of 64.
I do have that Maple Kings hat. That hat.
You have a dad hat?
Mm-hmm. I do.
The Lake Monsters also have one of my favorite BP hats of all time.
Really?
Yeah. Look up the old Vermont Maple Kings BP hat. And
Maple Kings or Lake Monsters?
Sorry, Lake Monsters. Thank you. Yep.
Right.
That's what I meant to say, but didn't. I've just been crystal clear with all my words tonight, just enunciating everything, not messing anything up. Oh wait,
yeah, you're doing a great job.
I try.
Good job. Good job.
Not stuttering or anything.
No. No.
Never.
No.
Never.
Woodchuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, great. The Blue Jays just gave up a run. Fantastic.
Boys, we have come to the end of the show. We will start Thursday, right? With the
maybe not Thursday because there's a doubleheader at Trash Pandas. I will be there.
Okay, so starting Tuesday.
Yeah, starting Tuesday probably.
Starting Tuesday, we will go out and then we will make sure to get this going. Very excited for this new tournament. Again, congratulations, Mr. Producer, on an absolutely wonderful job.
Thank you.
So, guys, Mr. Influencer, what you got going on?
So tomorrow on the Earn Fun Average podcast, Johnny and I talked to Andrew Kipps. He does a lot of different jobs with the Newmarket Rebels, summer collegiate team out of Newmarket, Virginia. So check out the Newmarket Rebels tomorrow.
All right. Love it. Mr. Mayor.
Tomorrow I will be the designated eater for Ben Hill. He will be here in Columbia. They got rained out tonight in Greenville, so I'm hoping that we don't get rain in the evening here in Columbia tomorrow. So I'm looking forward to Ben coming down, and texted with him earlier, maybe meeting up with him before the game. So we'll see how that goes. And then Thursday night I may be at the game as well, so we'll see. And then Friday night's Margaritaville night for the Fireflies. So we got a busy week of Fireflies.
I love it. Absolutely.
Margarita night in Gwinnett as well on Friday.
Yep.
Just a quick update. 4 minutes left in the Edmonton and Dallas game. Edmonton is still up 2-0. Just so you guys know. 2-1. I'm sorry, 2-1. I apologize. Yeah, 2-1. I don't see the score for the NBA. So if you
it's 121-114 Pacers with 2:10 left.
Yep, there it is. Pacers are up 121-114. So
not that I've been looking.
No, we're not. None of us are looking. I just want to see the Knicks lose. Mr. Producer, anything going on this week, my friend?
Well, actually, I'm going to work on the presentation for the first round of the Alt-Identity bracket, and I've got Trash Panda games this week, especially with Thursday being Take Me Out to the Ball Game, the Cat Night.
Cool, good job, Mr. Prospector.
This week on the MILB Head History Series, we're going back to the New England Collegiate Baseball League, and we're going to be talking about the Ocean State Waves.
Okay,
so
I love it.
Be sure to check that out tomorrow.
Nothing this week for the Dad Hat Chronicles podcast. I did finish editing the interview with a very special guest for my very first episode of 5 questions to ask a fan. So that should be coming out probably next week. Stay tuned for that one. I'm very excited. It's a new format that I'm using for this. I don't know if I'm going to put it on audio or just on YouTube, so you guys can take a look at it. But you can do it also as a podcast on YouTube as well. So it's like video. It's on a 9:16 format. Okay, Mr. Influencer. So calm the hell down. So don't get mad. Yeah, that's what I got going on this week. Oh, yours truly got his first hit of the season in Sandlot. And check this out.
Was that a 4-3 to first, or was that a,
So listen, so check this out. I was playing with the team called the News River 9. Cool team. You guys make sure you guys follow him on Instagram. So I'm about to go up to bat, right? Because on Sandlot, everybody bats. Even if you're not playing in the field for a couple of innings, everybody bats, right? So if there's 15 players, all 15 get to bat, which is the beauty of Sandlot. So I'm up to bat. I'm get there. But then what ended up happening is the New York team that came to visit, they were there for a wedding. So the guy who just got married, they're friends with the New York team. He goes, hey, can I pitch? And we're all like, I don't really care. Go ahead. You know what I mean? This dude comes in shorts, a t-shirt, and hey dudes. And this dude, pun intended, was throwing haymakers. Listen, bro, like this is Sandlot. This is not like you're not trying to get a contract for minor league baseball, which hilarious though. I was in a lose-lose situation because I was talking to the catcher. I'm like, I strike out, he looks good, right? I get a hit, he looks bad. You know what I mean? So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna hit. I think I was gonna hit. Because I was like swinging. He was throwing up at like close to 80, in Sandlot. I'm like, bro, I'm 43 years old, bro. I'm not, let's calm down here.
Well, no, in all seriousness, congratulations on your first hit.
That was fun. Got a hit. I was so slow running to first base.
I was about to say, it was kind of a weird visual effect that you slowed down the video while you were running.
No, there's no slowing down of the video or anything. That was my actual speed. So slow. So Darla comes to me and she's showing me the video. She goes, honey, I love you, but you are slow as fuck.
So that wasn't a Wesley Snipes
it was not a
Major League situation.
No, dude, I was so bad slow.
I thought it was like Chariots of Fire, like do.
Dude, I would have been out by miles if they would have actually handled the ball properly. So, but yeah, dude, it was fun.
So it wasn't a hit.
Never tried to bunt.
It hit like because he grabbed it like this and it hit him in the chest.
What's that? That's an E6. Oh man, that's
no, it wasn't an E6. Come the hell down. I get the hit.
Yeah, I was gonna say never try to bunt for a hit. Okay.
No, you do not bunt in Sandlot. You get yelled at so quick.
You don't bunt, period.
I don't at all. So, but yeah, anyways, that's what happened this weekend.
I'm slower than you are.
When I play recreational softball league, we joke that slow runners should unhitch the plow. Listen, I was slow. There's no ifs or buts about it. I was like slow as Milan. Yeah. So it is what it is. But guys, thank you so much for being with us tonight. Make sure you guys are reaching out to every single one of these guys on social media, especially Eric. He's always up for a chat on social media because he loves you guys because he's such a big chatter. So make sure you guys get to him on Twitter, on Instagram. Make sure you guys are following all of us, seriously though, even on YouTube. And we will see you guys on Thursday. Hopefully most of us will be here. Hopefully. We'll see. Anyways, goodbye.